Hello and welcome to the Gondor campaign, and this is the 24th turn, and we have a fair amount of money to play with, 7,231. Now the plan of action for that money is so that when in 3 turns time, when the Master Mason's Hall is done here in Ethring, we can get the next tier of mining, or mines, that will give a lot of money. It's about doubling our money from the current status of mines, and then also in Calenhad, I'd like to get that. So let's get Master Mason's Hall there, and then once we have those 2 mining networks set up, I'll feel pretty comfortable to actually start marching out. And we'll also reach the point in terms of turns. I think it's around the first 25 turns or something that if you were to rush Mordor, they'll get a massive boost in armies. So at this point, it's safe to attack them almost. And certainly once we have those at least, in the construction queue and building, we know that money is coming. Then I'll feel pretty safe at that point to start marching and building upon our borders, because there's also that chance of getting invaded from the south, but we may see that in a little while. But here you can see the financial overview. Even now we're going to be almost with 12 grand at the end of or at the beginning of next turn. So let's get to Master Mason's Hall here as well. Now a few of you off the top of my head, Oliver and Javier, you both commented that it would be a good idea in Cairandros to build a leather tanner, because I am recruiting a lot of units here. It would be a good idea to obviously get the leather tanner. It also provides a pretty decent monetary boost for its construction cost, and then also, though, in Minas Tirith it makes sense to actually build up the smiths here, because we get that reduced retraining cost here, and also to get a ballista in Cairandros. And I think that would be a really good idea, because you can definitely set it up at the back on the hill, kind of just behind where the plaza is, and you can shoot over the walls that way, which would be fantastic, particularly if we're going to be fighting a lot of battles here. But we do need to make sure that we keep this well fortified, because I think for the time being at least, we're going to continually see the influx of a lot of troops from Mordor coming in. So also here in Western Osgiliath, we're going to get some Gondor militia, and I think we're okay with what we've got currently in Eastern Osgiliath, and also we are going to get Town Guard there in the next turn, so we can actually recruit some Gondor militia and territorial guardsmen there too. And if you look along our coastlines, we have many forts well stocked up with many troops, and here we've actually got some Lebennin clansmen. Let's move them down to this fort over here. And we've got another fort full rather here, and then we've got another one there, and we've got some Ampalas pikemen here. What to do with them? Well, I'll tell you what, let's just move them there. And how much do they cost? 173. That's not a whole lot at all. I think I might just keep them there. Obviously we've got Fanuilond over here, but he can quickly gallop his way over. He's got a lot of movement range. But I think that's everything for this turn. We did have a diplomat over here. Yes. Let's have a look at what the situation is. Okay, so Isengard have taken Ginyard, which is bad, because obviously Rohan start with the Gap of Rohan and the Westfold, and where were we when the Westfold burned? Yes. I ask you that. But Rohan might take it back, and of course they hold the West Emnet, and they do hold the Kingsland and Helm's Deep, so they haven't fallen yet. And I don't see plenty of Isengard stacks over here. So we've got a bit of time. And perhaps these forces here can march north and sweep away all of these regions. But I think our concern should be with the south. Another bride. Yeah, why not? End of turn report. Yeah, look at that money that we are making. Production is very high, but Mordor, of course, are doing very well also. But we begin the turn with 8,000 gold coins, so we will have more than enough to invest in the mines. And speaking of investments, I've currently got in real life, in the construction queue, we've got fibre optic broadband coming. So next week, I will be able to put out more content. So currently I struggle. I can't put out like an hour's video every day. It just takes too long for me to upload. And even half an hour videos every day, if there's one thing that goes wrong, then that puts me back a day. But next week it should be, I'll be in the 21st century. Now, Lond Gallant, wait, what did we get here? A grain exchange. You know what I think a great idea is just to get a Master Mason's Hall. We're going to be building a lot here. We've got the money right now. And I tell you what, let's get a leather tanner. Or do we want a leather tanner? How about no, just get the leather tanner. I'll appease some of you guys by doing that. And Serralond, you also get a leather tanner. Yes. Eastern Osgiliath then got the town guard. And there's a bit of force out here. Bellas, do we just put a leather tanner in here? Yes, we do. I might take that out. I don't know. But here in Cirith Iraour, we got the garrison's quarters, and now then the Gondor militia are free, and that is fantastic because that is saving a lot of money per turn. Actually, over 200 because of corruption reducing from the law as well. So we could get a couple of units and put them into those forts over there. But I'll leave that for the time being because we want to take care of the things that need to. Well, we'll prioritize these things first. So, if we have a look at what we've got here, I'll tell you what, let's just march out and attack them, and we'll see what we've got up against us. So they got 1 unit of archers, 2 units of archers, 3 units of archers. The rest isn't all that dangerous, but can we counter that with what we've got? We've got 1, 2, 3 units of depleted archers, and in terms of front line, we've got Boromir. We've got Lebennin Marines 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll be heavily outnumbered. So, let's just bring these guys in. And I've learnt now not to just let go immediately, because otherwise we would have had to fight with what we had there. So, do always make sure that you directly take your troops over the bridge, like so. And now we stand a much better chance. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units in the front line to counter the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, we can match them. Let's go.
Let them have it, man.
As you can see, we've managed to draw their marauders all the way to our line. And, I mean, they got a charge onto our Gondor militia, but I don't think they would have killed very many. So we've managed to isolate them. We've got our units in a bit of a... well, they got a bit toasty there on a run. But as you can see, we only lost about 10 men in the charge. We're going to bring our Lebennin Marines around the side. We're going to throw our javelins into them, hopefully. Are we able? Are we able? Can we do it? Yes, we can. And look at them all go down. And over here, then, we've brought out quite a long line here to make sure that we can't get flanked, and we've got Boromir front and center, and I think I might just charge him right on in there. What are the odds of that happening? Yeah, let's go for it. Just go on in there, lad. And over here then, what do we have? Well, we can start flanking immediately because we've got a pretty solid base over here. So we're going to bring these guys over and just charge on into, maybe just charge those guys, you guys charge them, I don't know. And we're going to bring the Lebennin clansmen around the side and go and support your Captain General. Go, go, go. And don't be doing anything stupid now, lads. Oh, orc maulers. And we... The reason I'm like that is because we don't particularly want to get charged by them. Perhaps the Gondor militia are better suited for that. And then our Lebennin Marines can throw their javelins at them. But our General Iorthar needs to get involved, really. Charging into all these masses of infantry over here. And over here, then, all of our archers, I'll tell you what, just shoot into the orc archers as well. Our Lebennin clansmen, men in kilts, come in. into the rear of the line of the orcs. Will they charge? They're not really ones for charging, but you know they look really cool, and they're like the only unit in this game that wear kilts. Oh, and the Gondor Cavalry Militia, you also could get involved. And Lebennin Marines, quickly throw your javelins into the rear here. Orcs fall by their small numbers. Oh, I just dropped something. And who are you shooting? You're shooting those orc archers. Okay, so it's safe for us to charge on into those orc archers. Are they routing? They're routing already. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, lads. Just get involved over there then. And Lebennin Marines just charge into those orc archers. Or those. It doesn't really matter. And Gondor Cavalry Militia, you get ready to chase down all those units. Down goes the general, or the captain rather, whoever that may have been. And that's probably going to cause all of these to rout now, as it always does. It's just such a anti-climax, isn't it? You think there's going to be a massive battle, but no, they all run away. And there it goes, literally just after I was talking. We'll continue and to make sure we kill this army off.
By the victory we have won.
Be awed indeed. 156 men lost, and we wiped out a 2,500 orc army. And Boromir once again. Should we do like a tally of anyone but Boromir? Who got the most kills after him? 173 Gondor Militia. Well done. And the slaughter may commence, and there they go. Excellent. I'm really glad I actually had those units right on hand. Just as we need, because you just don't know what's coming out from this pass here, and you don't know what's coming from over here, but maybe we should find out. Okay, well, they've still got these very minor armies, but I don't particularly want to go out and chase them down. I'd rather they keep on coming to us, because we can't really afford to get to be caught out in the open, and so we'll keep on doing as we are. And let's just merge what we can here, and we'll move them back across the river. Or perhaps the 177, they can remain. Everyone, all these three, they can go across to there, and they'll get free upkeep. And we can then retrain these guys as well over here. And is there anything else? Is there anybody else? No, they can all stay. Okay then. So we've got a bit of money still to play around with. Pelargir, do you want to Master Mason's Hall? Or let's get to Leathertanner and Fanuilond. Again, it's just really good and easy money. Market, how much would that benefit us? 20 plus, what was it, 50? So like 70 gold coins. It's not amazing. Move them into the fort. Leathertanner there. Oh dear. And Anulon, do you want a Leathertanner? Because you're getting one. Tharagrondos. No, let's not get anything there just yet. But let's make sure that we keep on building some forces. We've got a bit of money still. Let's get... is there anything here that we can get? Because we can get slightly better armor, I think. There. So we can get 314 here. Or should we get some Archer Militia? I think we could use with one and then get a Territorial Guardsman, or get two. Oh no, we can't actually train them anyway. So let's just go with that and see what the end turn brings us. End of turn report. Still looking decent, obviously. I mean, if we didn't spend any money, then we'd have a lot of money in the projected treasury total. But you need to break a few eggs. But new family members, okay. Construction complete. Tarnos got land clearance. We can get mines here as well, of course, but it's not very good. Now, we could get the Amrothian barracks. The Amrothian squires would be quite good, and we do need some cavalry, but right now, I don't think we're in dire straits for cavalry, and I'd rather keep on... that's a lot of money, I guess, to invest to get only one unit. And it's not like a make or break unit. We've still got Yorthon with this Royal Swan Guard, and Gondor Cavalry Militia are doing okay for us. We don't need them to be, that much better. But I think I will get that soon. Perhaps when we get to... I mean, they'll certainly be of use even later on, to be honest, because our Gondor cavalry isn't that good. So let's just get a leather tanner there. We're just gonna get leather tanners everywhere. But here, because places like cities, or those of the city line, I'd rather get them built up. And a lot of these places cost a lot of money to get built up. And next turn we will get that Master Mason's Hall here. So we do have money for that, because it's about, how much does it cost? 6,375, so we need that, but we will have that regardless, because we make more than that in a turn. But here we will get some territorial guardsmen, and then we'll put them into one of those forts there. And I suppose we could get something over here. Let me just have a check. I don't think there's any need for recruitment, or is there? I think we always need to be recruiting. Always be recruiting. That's what ABC stands for. I doubt anyone's going to get that reference. There's certainly not in this community. If you don't, no one's going to get it. But yeah, ABC, always be recruiting. So we'll get one unit of archer militia, I guess. We don't need much more, and we'll get the Gondor militia as well here. And then we will move those fellas into that fort. I don't think we'll need anything just here right now. We can retrain those guys, but I tell you what, let's retrain them over here, because we'll get that for much cheaper. But with 1,100 gold coins left over, do we have a leather tanner here? No, we don't, but we could get a mason's hall. Let's do that. Let's do that indeed, because eventually we are going to be needing to have that built. Well, we can't actually train anything, and also, I suppose we could do that. I'd rather have the Athelian Rangers at max strength, although I think that's only literally paying for one soldier. But oh, what the hell? How much would we can't actually get a ballista maker? Ah, okay. Here we could get one in 4 turns, and for the cost of 2,550. That could be quite useful. Eventually we might want some siege, particularly against trolls, great beasts, Mumakil for Harad as well. They're really handy against them. But for now, let's jog on again. Well, here we are one more time. Unfortunately, my video collection has somewhat gone into Narnia, and some of it has not returned from the wardrobe. So here we are from the autosave, so I can kind of backtrack a little bit. But we've obviously brought out our force here from the fort. We can't pull in any more forces from Brethil because we don't have them. But this unit of Gondor militia with Captain Imrahil has come from Pelargir, hopefully to save us, but I think we may just have enough in the tank to take out. Indeed, actually, in auto-resolve, we do have the balance of power in our favour, but I'm not one to auto-resolve unless it's like the absolute only way to win. But I think it's more interesting for you guys to see that. But I think what's going to happen is they're going to attack over the end turn, and yeah, no spoilers. But also, oh, I do apologise. But also, here in Eastern Osgiliath, you did sadly miss one battle, but nonetheless, you won't have missed anything, because we have here another army with Leofric. I don't know quite how to... If any of you have watched The Last Kingdom, in the first season, there was a guy called Leofric. So I'm going to go with Leofric here. But Leofric the Bode has an almost identical army as to the one that we just fought with Zagar. But we're going to leave that for the next turn as well. We could definitely attack now, but we have some forces here that are retraining. So we've got some Gondor militia, and I think that's all, and also some territorial guardsmen. So in the next turn, we'll be able to pull them into the fray, and then we've also still got those archer militia that are just about to be trained in Caer Andros. Obviously, they still have a lot of forces here, and if they were to come down here and join with Leofric, you know, I mean, I think we'll be okay, certainly with what we've got here. And then also, in terms of buildings, we did actually put into the queue the mining network here in Ethring. Now that we've got the Master Mason tool, that saved us about £1,000 just with that building. Obviously, it did cost about 2.5 maybe, but you know we'll be building a lot of buildings here. And in the next turn, we'll be able to, once this has been done, this Master Mason tool in Calenhad, we'll be able to get another mining network, and then we'll be, once that's in the queue, I think. Particularly now with how the turns are looking, we're on the 27th turn. Mordor no longer will get those bonuses, the AI bonuses for rushing them. So now once we certainly have the mining network in the queue, we'll be able to start really pushing out, because at that point, like our monetary gain isn't going to be like vastly hampered by large construction costs. So we can definitely start striking out to Minas Morgul. But I am going to end the turn again, and we'll see each other on the next screen. And as you can see here, your forces are attacked by an army of the Ar-Ardunaim. This occurred rather on the bit in between on the end turn cycle. So all we have here are those forces with Captain Fallon that I can't really show you because you can't show them. But nonetheless, it was like the Lebennin clansmen and a couple of units of Gondor militia and some Lebennin marines. And then, of course, Hanyan, our general that is inside the city. And the force that is coming against us is this. But I'm going to leave this Corsair invasion battle for the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and you look forward to the next one. In the meantime, I will be continuing with the Woodland Realm campaign and also the DCI Last Alliance Kingdom of Linden campaign, which is going along quite nicely as well. But like if you liked it and all that jazz, I'm going with Gandalf. Good day.